leaders were asked to know everything. They were the ones who had all the answers. But today, the people who really have the information are the people who deal with consumers, the frontline people, the people who are in the shop floor making the products. The leader doesn't have all the information. In fact, it reaches him very late in life. So, the job of the leader is to really build an inspired organization so that people have a single purpose, the purpose of delighting the customer and know it and do it well. The job of the leader is not knowing all the answers, but asking the right questions. So, is the MBA curriculum prepared for the new style of leadership? The other one is, we know that changes are happening rapidly, and the changes are really lethal and brutal. Are our MBAs really prepared to handle change? Are they trained to use change to their advantage when the changes are happening rapidly? Just to give an example, in our company, the last 3 years, we have acquired last year, 2 years back, we acquired the Danone biscuit business. This year, we acquired Cadbury. And anytime a merger and acquisition happens, there is a huge turmoil, there is a huge reorganization. And our MBAs of today being trained to handle the pace of change which is happening. The third point is today, it was I think Andy Grove who had said only the paranoid will survive, but in today's world, it's only the innovative who will survive. So, are our MBAs being taught how to have a culture which fosters innovation? How to, because one individual, one leader can't be innovative. You have to take out as to how do you bring out the potential of creative thinking in all your people. So are MBAs being taught how to be innovative? Is it embedded into the curriculum? So these are the 3 questions that I had. Before I end, I would really like to thank XLRI and all the Jesuit educationists for what I am today, thanks to the education I received. And through students like me, and there are so many of alumni here, I know that you are planting the seeds to make the world a better place. I know that if you continue to do the great work that you are doing, the world will become a better place. The vision that you have, which is a peaceful, loving, and a place where people are happy. So, thank you for your patience, and thank you for listening to me. Have a wonderful evening.
Speaker to give a response. She's no other than Dr. Karine Legio, the Dean of the Selinger School of Business and Management, Loyola University, Maryland.
Well, good evening. It's always a challenge to be the last person that stands between you and networking, which is why we're all here. So I assure you I will be very brief. Speaking on behalf of all of the deans that are here this evening, I don't know any of us that wouldn't be extremely proud to be in Holy Cross's and XLRI's shoes right now to claim Ambassador Thomas and Mr. Mall as one of our alums. And that's precisely, I think, the beauty of the Jesuit education. You all have so much in common regardless of where in the world you went to school because you're Jesuit educated. And I think one of the challenges we have is exactly what Mr. Mall pointed out. Every time there's a scandal, whether it's Enron or Bernie Madoff or the financial crisis or now BP, what the U.S. deans do is typically we'll send a note to each other how many days before they're going to start blaming the MBA program for the latest disaster. And it's really shrunk. It's typically less than a week before it comes out of the press that it's our fault. And then what the next reaction you see is one of the supposedly leading schools talk about what they're doing to teach ethics in their program. Well, whether or not you can suddenly teach ethics or you can sign an oath and that makes your students ethical, we're pleased that they're making attempts. However, the Jesuits have been doing it for 450 years, and we do it exceptionally well. So when Mr. Mall talks about, are we teaching our students to be innovative, please stay at the conference for the next 2 days and hear about the innovative programs that are going on in our curricula. They are incredible. We have a school in Taiwan, and a school in Spain, and a school in the U.S., that have come together and bring students from each of those 3 locations to live together and study together at the 3 locations over the course of the year. Fabulous master's program, incredibly innovative. Can we teach our students to deal with change? Absolutely, we can teach our students to deal with change because we teach them how to deal with life, and we teach them how to deal with the least among us. The real value of the Jesuit education, in my mind, is ethics are not in one class. Ethics are who we are. They're the very core of what we do, and it is the differential. And how do you help us as alums? Well, first of all, you are the best ambassadors we have for Jesuit education because of who you are and how you choose to lead in your lives and in your organizations. So what do? You encourage your colleagues that are looking for MBA degrees to go to Jesuit school. That's the first. You encourage your companies to hire Jesuit-educated employees as well. You work to help get them promoted within your organizations because that's how we change the culture of leadership in our organizations. That's how we get rid of the future scandals that's like the Bernie Madoffs and financial collapse these days. One of the things that Rudy did, and by the way, Rudy is a fabulous host, between what he's put together, the incredible music that we've heard, Filipino hospitality like I have never experienced anywhere in the world before. This has been just a wonderful conference thus far. But one of the things Rudy did is he provided us with the magazine, the Alumni magazine that came out recently. And there's a wonderful article in there. If you haven't seen it yet, ask for a copy. It's a parent writing about why he hopes his daughter, who's studying in the U.S. right now, comes back to Ateneo de Manila to do her studies, her graduate degree. And he talks about the importance of having her become a Filipino for Filipino. And I think that is so critical to what we do. And I believe that completely. Jesuit-educated people understand the importance of helping the least among us, and they do learn how to become men and women for and with others. I think that's very important. The other item I wanted to mention is that program I talked about that brings together the 3 schools. They put this program together in less than a year's time. It was up and going, and they have students in classes. And I said to one of the deans, how in the world did you pull that off so quickly? And he looked at me and he said, Carol, we're Jesuit schools. We know each other already. We know the mission. We know the academic rigor of our programs. We have that in common, regardless of where in the world our programs are located. So tonight, I hope you spend time meeting some of your colleagues from the Jesuit schools around the world. I hope you spend time being very proud of what you have done by choosing to have been educated in a Jesuit school. And I also hope you send us future students to our programs. Thank you very much for being with us this evening.
Thank you again, Dr. Lego. I just saw in the room 2 or 3 other representatives. I didn't want to miss out on them. They were representing our chapters in 2 major cities. We have from La Union, Dr. Espinosa and Tito Sirius and Cebu. Cebu, I think the guy, the flight got delayed, but he's on his way. Jordan Colon, the president of the Alumni group there. Now, King Santo Domingo, his father Dennis is the president of the Alumni group with Vegas, so he's a son here. With that, this brings to a close tonight's brief program. We will have a continuation of our networking cocktail session. And following that, we'll be moving, I think, 3 buildings outside to your right, the CTC room 201, wherein dinner will be hosted by our Rabbi Father President, Father Nevres, and our Dean of the John Goffman School of Management, Dean Budia. With that, we do a close and we say a pleasant evening.